Hello, hello. I believe we are live on Direct Mail Monday, February 3rd, 2020, however you say it. Steve Sipress here, and this is take about 10 or so. Usually on Direct Mail Monday, you see me coming to you from my laptop camera, and I recorded the video, the entire video, and then I noticed that it did not go on to Facebook. So I record these all, by the way, on one of my business pages at facebook.com/smallbizhelp, B-I-Z. And when I went to look, make sure the video had gone, sure enough, it had not. So I recorded it again. Then I attempted again and again and again. And each time I got some kind of error message from Facebook and it didn't go live. I didn't waste 10 minutes doing it over and over the other times. But now I finally given up on that, at least for the day. And I have got an elaborate propping up of my cell phone on top of my laptop in front of me here in my office. So maybe it looks the same to you that I'm coming from my laptop camera, and so good enough. Anyway, this week I picked a piece that I received in the mail that I thought was very interesting, and you can see that it's opened, which normally, and I did on the first video I did today when I thought it was live, I opened it on the fly. No idea, but I didn't know what was inside exactly. But now I do. And but I'm going to go through the motions again for you. There's more than one lesson in here. They do a whole bunch of things well. I can tell you that right off the bat. But the main thing is that it got me to open the mail, open the piece. So you hear me say it often. That's job number one of anyone communicating by any means. And you know that on Direct Mail Monday, I teach lessons based on mail that I've received in my mailbox, but they're not lessons only for people that send physical direct mail. You send an email, same thing applies. You send a social media post. You meet someone in person. You call someone on the phone. It all applies. The beginning of your message must compel, excite, attract your potential listener, your ideal target, the person you want to do business with, to say, man, tell me more. I got to find, what's that all about? And too many people skip that step and get their messages ignored. You don't believe me? How many emails do you get every day that you just delete without reading? Okay, how much mail do you get that you chuck because that's junk mail and you don't even open it? And if you do, you open it with a negative attitude, like, oh, this is junk mail, or oh, this is a junk email, or man, you don't want that. Or a phone call, oh, this is a telemarketing call. Or, oh, I met this guy in person. This guy, oh, I don't want to meet that person. Ooh, ah. Okay, so, or I don't want to go to their social media page. It's all kind of stuff I don't want to read, or all kinds of self-serving crap. It's what they had for lunch. It's photos there, whatever, which is all good. We all use our personal Facebook the way we want, but that doesn't mean others are excited about reading it or viewing it or listening to it or whatever's going on. So step one of your messages, get people to read it, to be excited to read it. And when you're sending a physical piece of mail, one great way to do that is what's known as lumpy mail. You see this envelope is about a half an inch thick, and it's crunchy and kind of soft. And I said in the last video that apparently didn't go live, or maybe it'll appear out of the blue somewhere, that it felt like it was some kind of plastic, and sure enough, you open it up and it is. It's some kind of plastic because it's protecting something inside, but also that gives it dimension. They could have sent it in a simple padded envelope. Might have been a lot flatter, might not have gotten as much attention, but that, playing with that got a lot of attention, and I'm not chucking it, definitely opening it. Second of all, it's from the National Pen Company. Now, this is a company that I use to print up some pens for my events. And so I had one right here on my desk that I used to print up for, where's the camera? The All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, which I believe the masterminds are the greatest force for good for all business owners all over the world. And I always belong to a whole bunch of them and run a whole bunch of them. And this one I run 3 times a year. This is for aggressive, big thinking, big action-taking entrepreneurs, and who are looking to exponentially grow their business. But I just described people that, of course, are always exponentially looking to grow businesses. And so if you get invited and you attend an All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, you can imagine getting a whole bunch of those people in the room, all looking to help each other out and bounce ideas off each other and give some input and make some introductions to people they know that could help out and make some joint venture connections and partner up on things and all such, and just tons of fun is had and tons of money is made. So I got these pens made up, the All-Star Entrepreneur Mastermind, and for other events that I've hosted, I host all kinds of workshops and events all the time. And so National Pen Company, first of all, I am their ideal target who? I'm someone that could buy a lot of pens. And how do they know that? Because I've bought pens in the past. So there's one lesson, probably the biggest lesson right there, is if you're not marketing to your past customers, you're missing out on the biggest gold mine in your business. All the time I got contacted. By the way, if you want to contact me for help, you go to I've got so many websites. Helpfromsteve.com is the one I share here. Go to helpfromsteve.com. We get on the phone and I'll help you out. And people are always asking me, I got to get some new customers. I got to advertise. I got to market. I got to get new customers. 98% probably business owners always under the faulty impression that they got to put all their time, money, and effort into new customers, always new customers. And I'm like, what are you doing to develop better relationships, sell more stuff, get more repeat business, more referrals from your current customers, clients, patients, members? Oh, well, I don't know, I send them an email once. So they'll put let me get this right, they'll put thousands of dollars, lots of time and effort and expertise. They go to helpfromsteve.com, they're getting some expertise involved with how to get new customers, but you don't even think and you don't even invest in your gold mine, your greatest, easiest source of business, which is your current/past customers. I say past because if they bought from you yesterday, they're a past customer. You might call them a current customer, but they've bought from you before. They're the most likely, more than anybody, and they're much quicker, easier, and cheaper to get to buy more stuff than strangers that don't know you. So that's the biggest lesson of all. But National Pen Company, I don't know when's the last time I ordered pens, maybe 6 months or a year ago. So they sent me this envelope, and it was all three-dimensional, lumpy, whatever you want to call it, and got my attention, felt like fun, and I just had to open it up. Oh, so the first thing that happened is I pulled out this piece of plastic, and a pen fell into my lap. So there it is, and it's from the National Pen Company, and it has the name of my company right on it. Successful Selling Systems, Inc. How cool is that? So, of course I wasn't going to throw away that envelope. Now I'm glad I didn't. I got a pen out of the deal at least. Click, click, click. We got a pen, put it on the desk. Always use another pen, right? But then, what they've done now is they have earned the right to sell to me, right? They have bought the right. They have ethically bribed me to pay attention to their sales message. Whereas I might say, well, got a free pen, now I'll just throw out this letter that came inside. But ethically, morally, that's not right. They just bought my attention for at least a few minutes here. And so for $1, well, it cost them a heck. They sell it for $1, but excuse me. Had a caterpillar or a frog or some animal in my throat, excuse me. So they have for, maybe it cost them a quarter, 20 cents, I don't know what, a nickel to make a pen. And then, of course, they had to put postage and all that. But they bought my attention to read their sales message. And that is job one of any message you put out, is to get people to read it. In this case, they're paying me to read the message. They're paying me with a free pen. And in exchange, I will read their message. And it helps that it's a cool message. So right away, this was in the... no, this was not. The envelope was not. I was going to say it was a see-through envelope. But it was not. The envelope had my name printed on there. And so my name is printed again at the top of the letter. Very cool. And I've crossed out the address. See, on take 2 here, since the first one didn't go live when I recorded it at facebook.com/smallbizhelp. Now that the thing was open, I was able to cross out the personal address and phone number they had on the front and the back. But they have a few. There's a lot of good lessons learned. I won't go over all of them, but they have a special offer. Is it irresistible? I don't know if it rises to the level of irresistible, but it's 50 Alpha Soft Touch pens with stylus for only 79 cents each. There's a picture of the pen. I already have the pen, so there it is. And on the back, they've all, you can get them all different colors. I know I had them here last time I recorded. Yep, I got a couple of them at least. I get different colors when I got various colors of the different pens. And that way, since I'm hosting live workshops, masterminds, events, everyone's got the same pen. It would be like, whose pen is that? This way, at least, oh, that's mine, the notebook with the green pen. And I was sitting there, it has the red pen. And so I like getting, and besides, different people like different colors, right? So if they really hate blue, why would you give them a blue pen? Maybe they hate green. You don't give them a green pen, you give them a choice so they can choose one they like, right? So they're showing me the different colors, and they're giving me not only are they only 79 cents, plus my laser engraved imprint, and there again is the example, right there on the pen, there's the imprint, name, address, phone number of the company, and on the back, the order form they have at the bottom, they also say, you get your personalized imprint, and they suggest the same thing they put on the pen, that I must have had them shipped here to my home instead of my office, so I have my home, address, phone number. Well, I would crossed it out for the video, but I crossed it out, and they say, okay, you don't like that. What 3 lines do you want? With up to however many characters on a line, right? And so the big lesson is they got it. Well, the biggest lesson of all is they're spending time, money, effort, and expertise marketing to their past buyers. The easiest buyers are people that have already bought from them. Number 2, they've got an special offer on there. Oh, they also give a little urgency, I remember. There it is. This exclusive offer is only valid for 30 days. Act fast. So that's good. Gives me some urgency, so I don't just go, yeah, let me think about it. Or, hey, I don't have an event. Well, I have events coming up all the time. But I don't have an event coming up for 6 months, so I'll put that aside. Oh, no, I got to get them now, right? And, of course, I will get them now. I have an event coming up a couple of weeks. 3 events coming up in a couple of weeks. Then they have multiple means of response, we call it. Another lesson. You can order online by going to the website, or this way, you can also order by mail, phone, or fax. What century is it? But anyway, you can order by fax. And I always add in, you can order by carrier pigeon. I don't get any way you want to put in an order, man, I'm going to take it. So maybe people don't want to. It's hard to believe in these days that they don't want to, put an order in over the website. I don't trust the web. Okay, but if it's easier, or maybe if they just have questions, they want to do it by phone. Maybe they want to fill this whole thing out and mail it in. They also included an envelope. So they included a reply envelope. This is what's known as a number 9 envelope. Number 9 size because it fits inside a number 10 envelope. In this case, it fits inside this big envelope too. But when you get this no postage necessary permit printed on here, the good news is it's certainly not putting a stamp on every one of them that you have to pay for. This you only pay when it's sent in the mail. That's great news. So you can subtract about 30, 40 cents or whatever they're charging, even if they charge you 50 cents or 55 or whatever the rate is for every single one of them. Big deal. Subtract 55 cents out of only the orders. And an envelope for less than a penny is all you paid for the people that don't order, right? So they have order by mail, order by fax, order by phone, order on the website. They have your product is 100% guaranteed. Where's that? Right there. So they have a guarantee, great offer, multiple means of response. They have the urgency, and most of all, they got the thing opened, and they bought my attention to read their message. Okay, so many people think, well, the best thing I can do is give them a free consultation. Give them a free whatever. Yeah, well, not only a free consultation, how about you pay them to do a consultation? You say with every consultation, you also get a free pizza. You also get a free dinner at the wherever. You get a free something, then you work out a deal with the restaurant or whatever so that you're paying people, you're ethically bribing people to get your free sample or your demo or your consultation or whatever it is, because then perhaps they'll do business with you. Now, I work with very, very few clients and accept very few, so it's not like I need clients. So you go to helpfromsteve.com, I'll help you out, but a very small number of those people do I ever end up working with on an ongoing basis. It's possible, but I'm not paying you to go to helpfromsteve.com and get some help, but I am doing another lesson. The last one I'll leave you with is you deliver value in advance as a sample, and then people can see if they want more value. So here's a pen. It's a good pen. I learned from a client of mine, Phil Brakefield, who has sold millions and millions of pens over his like 50-year career of selling promotional items to companies, pens, bags, shirts, whatever, with company names on them, calendars, whatever. He's like, yeah, don't ever give someone a cheap pen. They put that in their pocket, the pen explodes, ruins their shirt. Like, oh yeah, they'll think of you and they'll remember you forever. Not in a good way. So give them a good pen. Good pen lasts, and every time someone picks it up, they're going to think of me. They're going to think fondly of this, that, whatever. You get a lot of mileage out of $1 for a pen, 79 cents probably plus shipping or setup charge or something. So that's a lot of mileage for $1, right? So I could easily, to every attendee at my workshop, add $1 to the cost, and yet have them possibly remember me, my business forever, or maybe give the pen to a friend and they remember for who knows what. So, I order a lot of pens, a lot of people do, but if it hadn't come in this lumpy envelope, if it didn't have a sample with it, I possibly wouldn't have opened it, possibly wouldn't have read it, possibly wouldn't have responded as I am likely to now. And on the other hand, if they had just sent this out to people that had never bought before, I do not suggest that. That's not a smart way to invest your marketing dollars, right? Not to get a list of 10,000 businesses in the area and send them all a free pen in an envelope. That's pretty expensive mailing. So that expense should go into your best target, which is someone that's already bought from you, your previous, your current, whatever you want to call it, customer, client, patient, member. So a lot of lessons there learned courtesy of the National Pen Company, and that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday, February 3rd, 2020. Steve Sipress here. If you have questions, comments, concerns, post them below wherever you're reading, listening to, watching this. I always respond when appropriate. You want more help, of course, you go to helpfromsteve.com. We get on the phone. I give you one-on-one help personally to get you going and over any obstacles and through anything and towards anything you want to do. I enjoy doing it. Can't stay on the call long, but I can give you a little help. And that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday. Thanks, everyone, being here live. My beautiful wife, Michelle, is here. Thank you, honey. And that does prove that now that I've used the phone, the video is live. Hopefully it sticks. I don't have to record it for the 18th time today. And I'll be back. Hopefully things worked. In the world of technology, you never know. But all things working properly. God willing, I will be back tomorrow on Topical Tuesday, and I will catch you then. Over and out. How do I turn this off? Bye-bye.